Bet you weren't expecting me to pick a late game like this to actually talk about, huh? Well, the NFL season is about to start back up, so I gotta get back to getting used to being up so late for sports games, especially if it's gonna be in prime time. Seems like a 9:31 would suffice as far as basically deciding what games to go with goes. I'm just holding myself over with the Charlotte game. Seems like from what I can tell, Toronto can't stop going through their own little mistakes in the sense that they're still not disciplined all that well, if you can believe it. So yeah, this game is actually reaching towards its end because it was one of the 7:30 games. But we're here to talk about one of the 9:30 games. In this case, we have the Colorado Rapids here for a second attempt. Last time they were here, they were also lacking in discipline, and they ended up blowing a lead to Toronto, who, funnily enough, is playing right now against Charlotte. So, yeah, Colorado blew this lead right here earlier in the season to lose to Toronto. Now they're back for another shot, and basically, they have a losing record right now. 8-10-1 is not where I would be wanting to be at, but it is certainly a spot that gets them into a playing game for the eighth slot. But one of the best teams in the league right now is Los Angeles FC, not the Galaxy, just Los Angeles. They have double digit wins. They've tied 3 times, but I don't know where the 34 points came from, though, unless I missed one. I saw 10-6-3, but I don't know how that equals 34 points. I missed a draw. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. There we go. But this is what we're looking at. It looks like I can back out of that and jump straight to the the game in question, which is right here. I'm trying a different layout again. I have it through a TV, the TV over here, which does sometimes pick up, but I managed to fix it to where it wouldn't. I actually tested it ahead of time. But yeah, Colorado, where we left them off, was just not all that well disciplined and completely blew it. So, can't believe I missed details like that. But at least I went in and fixed it. So, Colorado and Los Angeles over in Denver at the Mile High stuff. Because of how quickly these games tend to end, we should be through by midnight. But despite and so far it seems like the issues aren't there this time. But yeah, seriously though, these JBL headsets that I'm using to listen to music right now have been having a very long battery life, if you can believe it. Like I think it's only losing 1% every 30 minutes from what I've been checking, which is crazy to think about. Oh yeah, by the way, hockey season starts back up soon as well. Just a lot of things. There's a lot of things that tend to go on here and there. We're just waiting for things to start. Still waiting to hear on what affiliate the Adam Norfolk goes with, because they're the last team that has yet to announce their new affiliate, and they'll have to choose between who's left. It's which I believe is the Mammoth, the Rangers, and the Sabres. So, unfortunately, I may not be able to hear the commentary as well because I have to balance some things here. And TV, I have to make sure the TVs have volume where it doesn't pick up this here, this on the mic, which sucks. It's and it's partly because it's not that far away from me. It's like literally just a few inches, like I want to say maybe half a foot away from this MacBook right here. Oh, I'm trying to point down like right here. It's only like maybe half a foot away at the most, or on average. Other in Commerce City, I'm pretty sure that's like the Denver metro area anyway. So I'm not that far off. Apparently, it's now tied in Toronto. Wait. Just lovely. But anyway, Nico Hansen is going to be in at net for Colorado. Mr. Hansen himself, I would, I would imagine that's probably there's probably some sort of nickname to do with his last name. But Hansen is in at net for Colorado as they run a 4-4-2. Not sure how well that's been working for them if they're 8-10-1. I try to make sure these things are as accurate as possible ahead of time. Oh, it's Cabral Carter who's in at net for Los Angeles. Okay then. Changing it up on me. Hey, are you? So they're going with Cabral Carter in at net with a 4-3-3 formation. So so LA changed it at the last minute on me. Because before it said it was gonna be someone else. So quite interesting. And for LA to do that. So it's Hanson versus Carter. I thought I get that simple of a case for me. Yeah. Quite the way for this to be gone about. And I'm sure we'll see some interesting approaches. Oh yeah, that's right. Colorado was in Toronto last time they were featured. So this is the first time we're seeing them at home. And I I was hoping to cover every single match day there is, but unfortunately, because of how because the NFL season decided to start on a Wednesday, I'm forced to make that a priority. How lovely. So I'm pretty much gonna be imitating the Tennessee Titans with this 1 yard short. Yeah, we're making those jokes again. I always get confused about the view thing because I can't tell if those are legitimate. If those are I can't tell if those are legitimate or if someone decided to click bot. Like, I don't know. I don't. I always get confused about those view numbers. Apparently, the one that I ended up going through this past Saturday ended up being the most viewed. Ended up being the one where I got the most views. Like, jeez, all those all those hundreds of views just for a 1-1 draw. But yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take for this little thing to occur. And I don't know if how many of them have the patience. So who's the favorite to win? Colorado. Probably because it's a home game for them. But it's not that lopsided. So, wait, who do you guys think is going to win? You think Colorado is going to stay disciplined this time around? Or do you think Los Angeles is able to showcase why they're one of the best teams in the league? That's going to be the question here. I can imagine. And also the question of whether or not this camera decides to actually remain normal for an entire duration. I highly doubt it. But the game is underway, folks. And I do like, I do prefer this particular approach to the commentary in that there sometimes talk about the big major moments, but also don't completely just stick to talking about the game. And like, as in like, not trying to, not trying to go all self-serious. Like, everyone wants to go self-serious about every play with the NFL. Like, there's only so many things I can talk about the same old routine plays there. And there's only so much I can talk about with the same old routine plays in hockey. Be fair, like people can see what's going on at this point. I mean, so, well, why not have a little bit of fun with the commentary? Seriously, though, I really don't get what's going on with this music I'm supposed to be listening to. I've been waiting for just one person to get online, and after waking up, like, I don't get it. Oh yeah, that's right. Like, there's two content games that had a new update launched this week. NTE is now on 1.3, and from what I can tell, I did go through the story of that one without spoiling anything. It's most, from what I can tell, that 1.3 story is pretty much the climax. It's pretty much the climax of the opening segment. So, yeah. Jeez, puts it over or off a corner or to end in a draw. I don't get it. How do you let Toronto force a draw? You serious? Serious, guys? You serious, Charlotte? I wasn't talking to you. Something just, I guess it thought I said its name when I didn't. Charlotte nearly blows it and allows Toronto to force a draw. Way to go, guys! Let me see if I can pull something up in the standings here. Toronto only has 4 wins all season. That is what is being competed against. I really don't get. I really don't get this. I really don't get this Charlotte team. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to refresh this for the feed. Not like the feed will do me any good in this game. It's just there's just been some weird stuff that's going on. I'm willing to bet because I picked a game like this, I'm not gonna have that strong of a viewer count. I mean, you get You get what you decide on. Okay. You basically get what you ask for, or out of this kind of stuff. But still, I'm trying to wrap my head around that whole thing. It's just all kind of, yeah, I'm starting to run out of terms to use. Is there even a term I can use to describe it? Probably not. Not unless I'm willing to stoop so low into the Gen Alpha brain rot, which apparently is probably going to end up being the way to get views now. Lean into yeah, that'll get views. Lean into Gen Alpha brain rot. Spend the entire thing talking about skibbity toilet. Probably, they're probably still talking about that 6-7 meme for whatever reason. Yeah, just try to speak a bunch of Gen Alpha lingo and make it so hyper edited. That'll draw in a crowd. Just I just don't have the capacity to do that heavy editing. It's just if I wanted to do editing, I'm just gonna stick to making cuts where it's absolutely necessary. And geez, got to talking about all about that, and we're only in the 11th minute of the game. Jeez, trying to cover a bunch of ground. Just trying to make sure. Is it edible right now? It looks like Colorado is wearing their darker uniforms with with their with LA wearing the lighter ones. I didn't see what colors they were in particular. What does say Colorado is like in a black jersey and LA is in a white jersey. Just trying to work things out here. Maybe because I clicked away when I did, it hasn't registered properly. Uh, Not really. Huh. Being just then, jeez. We tried. I've gone through a mockery of what's going on now, and we only we're only in the 14th minute of this game. Jeez. Tells you how off the rails we can get at times, right? Definitely tells you how off rails we get. But I am keeping track of stuff here. At least I'm trying to talk about some stuff here. Yeah. So far, it's just been more the usual. Well, shocker, ain't it? Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, I know what's going to be occurring when those anytime NFL games occur. I love me yawning. See how coherent I am after that. If I'm even able to be coherent at all. I think family about about to go to sleep right now. Whereas I'm the one that's staying up to call this game. So I guess my voice ain't gonna be able to do this typical stuff. I guess. But at least I can do some refreshing. Oh look, now they're up. See what's even said about this here. And it turns out they've actually been a bit under the weather. Gee, everybody's getting sick. It's all good that everybody's getting sick. You get a sickness, and you get a sickness, and you get a sickness. Everybody's gonna get a sickness. That's pretty much every day of the year. Everybody's getting it. Everybody. Wonder what the next one is gonna be. So I wonder how that's gonna go. And that is if I can stop hitting this table here. Just, yeah, it's just still been usual business over here. Just the usual business stuff here. Like so. Yeah, 20 minutes? You just expect the usual at this point. Just good old fashioned usual stuff. Yeah, it seems like everything goes on like usual at times. And then sometimes you just get every curveball thrown at you. Did we just get a goal? I think we just got a goal here. Hold up, hold up. We got a goal, everyone. Looks like Colorado managed to score first. Colorado, it's on the board, everybody. Colorado, those strikes. Well, what was I just saying? I was just making sure everything was all good over here. And this was after Chaburko got a yellow for Los Angeles. Like, doom. Think they're trying to think up. Yeah, this was like right after the yellow card was issued. It's gonna be counted as an own goal from Jeremy Ebobisi. Wow. So so Yevon Chaberko gets a yellow, and then his teammates Ebobis Ebobisi ends up giving them an own goal. Jeez, that own goal stuff. Los Angeles scored on themselves and just gave the goal to Colorado. How funny. That is a way to open up the scoring to the game. Yeah, let's just score an own goal. Yeah, let's do it, everybody. 1, 2. Oh no, we're gonna dive. Those own goals are never not gonna be funny to me. And there's a natural save there. Good old fashioned own goals. Gotta love them. Man, that just went just barely above. Just crazy to think. About all the stuff that goes on. Ready to be all over the news? No? Well, too bad. Still just, yeah, we're just back to regular old business. I just find it funny how the scoring began here. Hey, look, everyone, I'm from Florida. And I make that joke knowing full well I live here. The things I do on these streams. The things I do. Just a variety of things to look at here. But yeah, aside from a yellow card and an own goal, this has actually been a rather lively, clean match so far. You can hear all this going on here. Get the sleepiness in here. We got a bunch of offsides calls. You hear me? The sleepy train out here. Sorry, it just sounds like something I would say. Maybe. But yeah, we're just still in business as usual territory. But we do have a yellow card to Yusuf Maziz. So there has been a yellow assessed to both sides. In case anybody was concerned about bias. Oh, the powerful factor stuff. You can definitely tell how defensive focused a lot of these games are. At least this would help me out with making sure I'm better prepared for the night games for the NFL. Because I know those ones could sometimes go as late as midnight. And I do mean it's got us that late before. If it's that competitive of a game that goes into overtime and it goes all the way down to the final seconds, that's the kind of overtime I'm talking about. Down getting close to midnight. But I do think we'll be done with this game before midnight. Because there's no overtime in the regular season. Well, it would be labeled extra time in this sport. But in the regular season, it ends after the stoppage time for the 90 minutes expires. Just crazy how some of this stuff turns out. Oh yeah, I also need to brush my teeth. Okay, I need to turn my phone on from the Wi-Fi. Man, this is some sleep-inducing music I'm listening to right here. It's just crazy to sit here. I think we got a player down for Los Angeles. They might be having to get ready for a medical substitution, depending on how this, depending on stuff. But if he gets back up on his own, he'll be fine. But all right, we'll keep an eye out for some of these players. Yeah, I think we're fine here. Yeah, you can definitely tell how some of it goes. You want to be wrapped up in time? Okay then. So I guess there's some. Well, more. I guess they're used to having some sort of debate, argument and stuff. Maybe he was trying to. Oh, he was trying to argue that it wasn't a yellow. Well, Eddie Segura, you're on thin ice, man. That's the second one for LA. Of course, it wouldn't be a stream without something having an issue. In this case, the website. What else is new? It always crashes like that for some reason. Never get this web. Never get why this website doesn't fix their own issues. I really don't get why this website decides to have a brain fart over the live feed. It's just lovely like that. What did they issue out another yellow? Is that what happened? They issued out another yellow? Well, I would be able to find out if the website didn't have these issues. Yeah, Nosy Tafari got hit with a yellow. So that's number 3 for LA. Also, it was a penalty kick that got saved. So Carter didn't actually save it. Oh, hey, we hit interlude territory in the middle of a MLS game. I wonder how much stoppage time there's going to be. I'll probably try to brush my teeth during halftime. It only takes about like 2 minutes. So I wouldn't be gone that long. Because I need to do that at some point. But yeah, it's still 1-0 right now. And it's still due to an own goal. Like, seriously. Oh yeah, did you guys hear that it's 5 minutes of stoppage time? Yep, 5 minutes of stoppage time. Whatever Colorado is down. Maybe he's able to get up on his own? I don't know. Well, they're able to continue to play, so he was able to get up on his own. Man, we got one where the same lyrics repeated. I There's definitely still some back and forth going on. Think this would be. I'm trying to keep an eye on when it goes into halftime. Ready for halftime? Yep, that's halftime. So we go into halftime with Colorado up 1-0. Geez, that own goal really is the one thing that's helping right now. Ah, not hot on that. Also, not sure why woke up would be the thing, would be the takeaway here. But, well, I'm gonna try to go brush my teeth. Alright. I just had to make sure I wasn't followed in here by a certain cat. Oh, there we go. Now I can get back to talking about some stuff here. Yeah, sure is a state of mind to be watching this game here. You're going to a song called A State of Mind? Yeah, it is a state of mind to be watching this game. You'd probably be able to enjoy it if you're high or drunk. I still can't get over the whole own goal thing. It's hard for me to get over. Just doing their little advertising thing. Still on their halftime report, huh? Or am I back in time for the second half? Yeah, still halftime report. They're showcasing games that have already completed there. Still can't believe that Charlotte allowed a draw. How's that happen? And the 10:30 batch was in pre-kick, so they're about to start because it's past 10:30. Well past it at that. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I just did try to do the ESPN thing. But the album I'm on right now should be over in time for most of the second half. Yeah, they're just running around still. Believe I remember how their half times go correctly. After this run of commercials, they should be back to action. I would assume so. Yeah, they're doing. Yeah, they're advertising Ted Lasso because they were doing another season of Ted Lasso. Jeez, just try to get things sorted out, why don't you? Yep, I was right on the money. They're about to come back out for the second half. Doing their little supporter cam thing right now. They're in their little supporter cam thing. Yeah, it's a supporter cam. The only kind of supporting I be doing around here is trying to make sure I get a ticket that gets me out of hell. Anyway, I heard you wanted elevator music. Just had to make that little reference there. So far, this little readjustment plan is going pretty well. Man, yeah, here's second half, guys. By the way, there was a halftime substitution from Los Angeles. Let me see if I can update that real quick. So, Safari has come off for long. You want to talk about some madness that goes on? I've heard better ASMR than what this song has. By the way, why are you saying happiness as a roach for your pronunciation? Like that part I don't get. Now it's overwhelmingly in favor of Colorado, apparently. You can definitely tell they really didn't actually try to pronounce it properly. Looks like we had a collision there. It's the roach, everybody! The roach is full of happiness! You know how stupid that sounds? If you can believe me. Trying to calculate a little something here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got number 9 in the works. Quite the lyric. I used to be half empty, but now I'm half full. Also, we got a player down, and there are actual trainers out there this time. Floor was made of floor, now it's just a floor. But it's actually a player for Colorado that's down. So the medical staff is out there. But, and the trainers had to help him up. Seems like I wonder if there's gonna be a medical sub come in. Uh, Jeez. Right the way for the music to go about it. Straining like he needs a glass of water. And it looks like there is gonna be some substitutions coming up. Maziz is coming off on Colorado side for Monongo. No, Monongo. Sure. Is it Monongo? Yeah, we butcher pronunciations all the time. Somebody will point it out. Point is, Colorado use a sub. So it looks like we have a player down for LA this time. And Yappy is going to get the yellow for it. Yeah, should be able to hear most of what's left of the game after what's left of the song ends. Just a difference in the fairy. Difference in the fairy, everybody. Maybe I can actually listen in to this one a little bit. Oh, you don't say about it not being as alright as you remembered it. Well, now I can actually put a little bit of attention on here, and it looks like there's a substitution. Or was gonna be a substitution. Okay. Apparently you can't substitute yet. That was a little weird. Little bit of a confusion with that. Just a little weirdness that just goes on out of that. More close calls like usual. And I think I saw some lightning coming from outside. I think I saw it through my window. Which is closed by the blinds, so that tells you a lot about the weather. You can tell how much it slowed down again. Low slowness, like you would expect. And we have another player on the ground from Colorado. See how badly this one's embellished. And they're calling Yappy off. So Sealy is gonna go in for Colorado. And now here comes a double substitution from LA. Tillman comes off for Huang Ming. Or the Hyung Ming. I definitely recognize it based on the spelling. Definitely recognize how it should be pronounced based on the spelling. And also, Shufflebird comes off for Goanga. And if Rena would stop clawing at my door, that almost went straight into the net. Oh man, we got ourselves another. Are we about to see another substitution from LA? Is what's about to go on? I don't know. Some of these cases are weird. It's still favoring Colorado 1-0. Yeah, it's just hard to keep track of everything when you all the time. But I wonder how many of these kinds of instances there are left in this game. You think LA scores and we get a third straight game ending in a 1-1 draw? Just watch. That'll be my luck. LA scores and it's a 1-1 draw. Again. Just watch it happen. You know it will. It's the way my luck is. And there's another player for Colorado down, and wondering if this is going to result in a. Oh, it was a collision, so there's also a player for LA down. Are they gonna. Okay, so. There were two separate instances, so I wonder how they're gonna sort this one out. I guess nobody gets a card. Is it caring off for who committed it first? Yeah, sounds about right. And no, one of those was almost a case of I'm gonna knock you over. You ever wonder how they handle it? Man, were they gonna be so messed up? So who has possession? Colorado has it. Big advance. No, but it's gonna be miss. You try to find stuff to talk about without sounding like a self-serious commentator. Oh man, man, so looking forward to when this game ends. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier, but did y'all know that the guy who owns the Los Angeles Dodgers is now facing a federal investigation? Yep, it's possible he may have some people he's worked with going to jail. Maybe not him directly. You'll probably get a slap on the wrist at best. Well, at the worst. Who gets slap on the wrist at worst? Just the kind of stuff you would expect. But like, why are you why are you doing the moves you're making to open yourself up to an investigation like that? Like, why? I just don't get it. Also, wait, hold on. Where is Minnesota in here? Atlanta United is on a winning streak? You serious? Also, well, first of all, I need to do this. LA just took Hollingshead off for Delgado. But, Atlanta United on a winning streak. But that makes no sense. Oh, there goes another scoring chance. I just don't get some of these teams. It's just something I really don't get. Atlanta sports is just weird. Yeah, but cycle when it comes to winning. The cycle when it comes to losing. Sometimes those cycles are set with each other. I was trying to figure out this is the part of the cycle where ju- just after got, just as they're pretty much out of it, with nothing on the line, they just start kind of sort of trying to win something. I really don't. It's really hard to predict when Atlanta sports swing certain ways. And player for Colorado is down. Based on how he's reacting, I'm wanting to know if it's actually an injury. Oh, he was already hopping before he fell to the ground. It's gotta be a ligament tear. He had to have torn something in his leg for him to have to be hopping like that. Oh, they're busy showing highlights right now, dude. You gotta remember, the, if y'all gotta remember, or streaming can be on the more delayed end. Yeah, that's the last substitution for LA. Boy comes off for Mihalik. What's your dirt in the attendance? Seeing it'll occur. And by the way, I don't know what kind of game you're watching. Be spamming that soon. Anyway, Ayrton comes off for Thompson. That's number 3 for Colorado. You sure you're watching the exact same game here? And we're having to stop play again. Medical trainers wasting no time getting back out there. But yeah, please refrain from having to post that. Please refrain from spamming that, please. Stuff like that is what has me tempted to put a cooldown timer. Remember, Colorado also have two substitutions to spare, but LA doesn't. And they are, in fact, using a substitution. Navarro is coming off for Cobb. So there's only one substitution left for Colorado. They better hope that there's no injury that forces them to use it. Seriously, though. I don't know what game you're watching. Apparently, LA still had another one available. I'm not updating the thing, but Porteous is coming off for Raposo. Wonder if it's to do with like medical sub rules or something like that. Whatever the case is, I believe that's substitution number 6. Because they had a halftime one. Then they used up 2. And then 1 and maybe this lady get 1 medical sub or something like that. Or the halftime sub didn't count. Somebody should show me the substitution rules. But I'm pretty sure that's the last one. That that's now it for how many LA can have. And Colorado with the breakaway chance. And it's only for LA to take it, and they're gonna stop play here. That's a yellow for Kelsey Thompson. Another Colorado player on thin ice. Seriously though, I'm probably gonna have to start. I'm probably just gonna start implementing timers. cooldown timers. It's still 1-0 here. I don't know what game you're watching, but it certainly ain't this one. So I say CKCZCZ. That is a username. And this is a final minute for stoppage time, by the way. So, if I'm LA, I'm looking to see what can be done. I'm looking to see how much stoppage time there's gonna be and how quickly I need to score an equalizer. It's 8 minutes of stoppage time added. And Colorado is looking to finally score one of their own. That is over the net. I believe the next game we'll be able to cover is going to occur on Saturday. So I'll have another chance to. So I'll have the chance to implement a cooldown. Just please don't spam. Please don't. Colorado has been aggressive throughout this second half. Well, I would say they've been pretty aggressive all game. So that they let LA defeat themselves at this point. And we have a Colorado player down again. And he still hasn't gotten up. If I have to give an accurate number to what it'll say the actual count is, maybe he's somewhere closer to 200. To the 200s. Who knows? But things are fine for that player, by the way. No sub needed. But you can tell. Man, and another lineup for Colorado stuff. Trying to keep an eye. I think this method kind of works. Because I have a bigger picture. It's like everybody's been shut down this half. Oh, that one almost rolled straight past. But Hanson was able to cover it. Like, we almost saw an actual equalizer from LA. But yeah, time is running out. This is the 97th minute. So, time's running out for LA to get the equalizer. And then the other player for Colorado down. We'll see if he gets up. And we just had a collision. It's been all kinds of things that went on here. LA needs to run hurry and score mode. They're in a hurry to try and score. But apparently not everyone on that team is in a hurry. I would want that equalizer. I would want it now. And nope. That's the save. And that's the game. A bit of an upset. Quite the upset at that. Look at this upset here. It's actually not to do with a 1-1 draw. Contrary to those spam comments, it's actually a 1-0 win for Colorado. A, somewhat of an upset, though Colorado was actually favored prior to the game starting anyway. No, 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 wrong one, wrong one. There we go. Things were. I was about to. I was about to let it go to the wrong one. It's not starting. It's finishing. Really finishing. So I'd like to thank you all so much for tuning in to this one. Definitely got way off track like usual. I'll try to implement a slowdown for later. And then until next time, travel safely. Good night, everyone.